art class. I'll do an art class, it's okay. All right. Everybody should be into painting rocks by this time, so I'm going to assume you have some Posca paint. You need the black, number one, the number one size point, sharp point. You need black, you need white. You could use red and blue, light blue, like a sky blue. So those four colors are enough to get you started in the music world. Black, white, red, blue. Okay? Now, go out and find some rocks and find at least about a 5-gallon bucket full. You can't carry that. Don't try to lift up something that's 5-gallon bucket of rocks. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna do that. But about that much volume of rocks is what you want to look through, okay? About a 5-gallon bucket full. And when you look through them, look for round, look for oval, look for flattish, look for fat, look for odd shapes, look for smooth, and try to avoid the bumpy, rocky, rough stuff, because that's very hard to paint. But you might find in the roughage, you might find granite really pleasing to work with, but you have to understand granite in order to make it work for you, and it's tricky stuff. So you might want to put it aside if you find a beautiful piece and just wait until you're more talented in that area, more experienced, and then you can tackle the harder stuff. Meantime, look for slate, kind of like grays. If you go to a yard, like Home Depot, I'm told Home Depot's got a ton of this stuff. It's called pebbles, though. They call them pebbles. Landscaping pebbles. Even though they might be big, they still call them pebbles. So look under pebbles, and online you can find a ton of these things. Claude found and ordered some, and they came here, UPS. So it can be done. You're looking for rocks that are about 1 inch, maybe as many as 2 inches, maybe for a ½ inch wide to 2 inches wide, roughly around there, and ½ inch by 1, ½ inch by 2, that'd be what you'd get. And you can get what's called mixed or buff, which is the kind of gray, which is probably the best to paint, actually. And when you look through these things, you start sorting through them. And there's small pebbles too, but they could be fun. But you know you're going to be throwing away 2/3 of all the stuff you find, all the stuff you get. You're going to be tossing away 2/3. So you don't want to toss it. You want to use it for something. Well, you got to invent some uses pretty quick and make some pretty fast dances, because you're going to be ending up with tons. Literally tons, mounds and mounds, house-sized mounds of rocks right near you, unless you do something a little more intelligent than letting it pile up. So you need to get rid of rocks. You need to find a way to get rid of rocks. People pay you to take your rocks away. They pay you money to haul your rocks off. All you have to do is paint them to get them to take them. You just leave them there unpainted, they're not going to take them at all. They won't be careful. But if you paint them, they might take them away. Especially if you talk about geocaching and geo-travel, where you take a rock and you put it someplace so somebody can pick it up and take it and put it someplace else. People, you know what I mean? Yeah. They're not my favorite species, but what the hell, they have their uses, and they do pick up rocks and carry them unthinkingly and deposit them elsewhere. Kind of like they pee and they poop, same idea. Basically, haul a rock, carry it with you, put it down someplace. Somebody else come by, see the rock, pick the rock up, haul the rock someplace, put it down. Oh, somebody else sees it, picks it up, ball, walks around with it for a while, a year later, puts it down someplace. From this you can make a living. I can't think of something that's a better stocking stuffer than a rock. Can you? Maybe an orange, but you can't really. You can paint an orange, but you know. I say paint the orange and put it in there. The hell with a rock, because rocks are heavy. Well, so is my Buddha. Well, see, rocks make a great stocking stuffer. Seriously, they do. If you treat them right, all the stuff I'm putting out there right now for Christmas is all stocking stuffer. It's nothing big. It's just stocking stuffer. The big stuff is all the artwork. We may just sell some artwork too, if people are enthused enough by Friday. Friday is Black Friday. This coming Friday is Black Friday. We will know whether it is truly, why is it called Black Friday? Because you're in the black. You're making money. Right? Oh, I thought it was this Friday. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was this Friday, but possibly it's after Thanksgiving. I don't know. Maybe it's the Friday after Thanksgiving. Who knows? Okay, whatever it is. Anyway, Black Friday is coming up. And when it comes up, people will automatically start to shop for Christmas. That's what they say. That's what they say. They say, oh yes, they start shopping around at Black Friday. Well, you know, you've got to be able to sell on a day other than Black Friday. You've got to be able to. I mean, what, one day? So at the end of the day, all the retailers get together outside and they all carol together. What a friend we have in Jesus. Seriously, think about it. Without Christmas, most retails would fail. What does that tell you? Have they managed to put the X back in Xmas? Look, if we have something called Caravan popcorn seasoning, what is it? I can't hear you. He's, what? Yeah, find the different shapes and see what you can do with those and see how small you can paint. Successfully paint one of these things and still get away with it. All right? Yes. And don't neglect your metallics, Posca metallics. And by the way, if you buy them online and they have, if they're not printed in English, they're going to be very watery and they'll tend to puddle up. The ones that are printed in English are legit. The ones that are not printed in English, I can't say whether they're legitimate, but we've noticed that they are really, really watery and they're not really good. We don't know why. So, and the ones we get from Ben Franklin, and so that's what I would recommend you do. Get them from Ben Franklin. If you get them online, I can't speak for them. And it's not the same Posca that I use, that's for sure. Okay, and I would not recommend the stuff that we get on, I didn't get it. Some folks around here got some online. I would definitely not recommend Posca if that's what I saw. But I get much better stuff than that. And it costs $4 a pen and $5 a pen from Ben Franklin. You want those? I can get them for you and send them to you. All right, you guys.